I'm working in the yard today, and can you see my tree, how I've got so many dead limbs in it right here? I've got me a big fire going. I drug the hose out there just in case. And look at all the pine cones on the ground there. I'm not picking them up, but wouldn't they make a pretty Christmas decoration? I ain't got time to pick them up today, but that's some beautiful pine cones. Some beautiful pine cones. Look at that. See how big and pretty they are? Oh my goodness. But anyway, I had me 2 eggs and a half an apple for breakfast and a cup of coffee, and now I'm in my old woods truck. I picked up 2 big things of sticks and limbs and all that kind of stuff. I'm just riding around in the yard trying to get the rest of it. So I picked up all around this thing right here. These are my y'all see those bushes right out there? Let me find it. Right. It's hard for me to do this thing. I'm gonna figure it out one of these days. Right there. Those are camellias that grew up and have never bloomed, and here's the reason. They were planted from seeds. And sometimes when you plant camellias from seed, you don't get what the camellia really looks like. So what I do is I root mine, because that way you know that when the plant starts to grow, it is exactly like the mama plant, because you cut it off of the mama plant. But when you plant seeds, it's just like all these genetically altered seeds they sell today. If you were to, plants, like corn or whatever, if it's some kind of hybrid something, if you plant that, let it dry and plant that corn, you're not going to get the same thing, y'all. All right, well, I'm at my next spot right here. We'll get out and look, see what I got. I've got some limbs right there that I'm fixing to pick up and take to the burn pile. Let me get my gloves on. All right, I've got this many picked up for just one little old bitty spot right here. All of those, let's go put it in the burn pile. Let's go. But first, let's take a sip of water. We don't want to get dehydrated. Okay, I'll let you look while I drive. You can look at whatever you want to. There's the old antique shop we used to run. It's in my yard. Grass needs cutting. I tried to crank the lawnmower today. It would not crank. I think it's the battery. I've texted Walt, but I think he has to work today. So it'll be late this afternoon before he can jump me off. There's the house, and here's the drive taking us to the front yard. And no, I hadn't got on my seatbelt. I'm driving around in my yard, getting out every 2 seconds. I don't need it on. I'm not going to meet any traffic, and I'm not going but about 2 or 3 miles an hour. All right, I'm going to back up to the burn pile, and we're going to empty this. All right, that ought to do it. Let me get my glove on. All right, we're here. There's my burn pile. You might as well call it a burn pit. It's an old stump hole that we had where a tree fell down at during a tornado. No, not a tornado, a hurricane, and it turned the tree over. It was a huge tree. Huge. And so we had this giant hole there, and we've been trying to fill it up for 10 years. There's somebody blowing their horn at me. I wish they'd stop and help instead of just blowing their horn. They didn't. I can tell you what, though, during a storm, everybody in the neighborhood helps everybody else. We all come together and help each other. We all do it. The ones that can't work outside, a lot of times they'll fix a big old meal for the ones who can. All right, here's our last little bit right here. So let's get back in the truck again. It's fixing to be the sun's fixing to be up in just a little bit as far as being real bright. And when it gets there, then I'll quit for till this afternoon. I've drug my water hose out. Here. So in case the wind, in case my fire got out, I can put it out. One of the guys at the call house yesterday, he said, your woods look so good. Said there's not a lot of underbrush and stuff in it. And I said, well, we do controlled burn in Alabama. Do y'all know what a controlled burn is? That's when the forestry department comes out to your property and they set fires all in the woods, and it burns off all that understory, underbrush, the trash. And that way, it prevents forest fires because it's controlled. And they test the wind, they test the atmosphere, they test everything before they even start the fire. And then they go around with this little torchy thing and they light it all around, and it burns from out here to the center. And they do it almost like a circle. And as far as I know, I think Indians did exactly the same thing. They had burns that they did. And a lot of times when you burn off stuff like that, you'll see all this great stuff coming up, like wildflowers and things like that. It'll come up and be so pretty. It really will. All right, now we're going to go back to the backyard, park the truck a while, and see and just kind of watch our fire. And I think I picked up most of the sticks that are over here. I'm not going to start a fire across the street today. I'll show y'all a new little thing I've got. Well, it's not new. It's about 2 years old. Let me find it. Oh, there it is. That little bush right there that I've got the sticks around. Actually, I put the sticks around it where I wouldn't mow over it. That is that right there. Let me get it in there. That's a camellia. And I need to fertilize it, I think. But anyway, it's white with a yellow center. It bloomed one time. And so I need to get out here and probably water it and fertilize it real good so we can get a jump start this summer and everything. There's the woods. They're full. Uh-oh. There's our little bluebird house. We have bluebirds in the south, and redbirds, cardinals. We have blue jays, a lot of mockingbirds. We have whippoorwills and owls and hawks and all kinds of birds. We just got all kinds of birds in South Alabama. I'm showing y'all the other side of my driveway. I've got my truck parked kind of right here in the woods out of the way, so it won't be in my way while I'm trying to work. And I'm gonna park right over here in this big old shaded area until I get ready to do something else. No, I think I'm sorry. There's something else I've got to do. Let me go around this way. Y'all can look as I travel travel my property. I forgot about something. My Christmas tree is still on the Christmas tree stand because I couldn't get the thing unscrewed. So I'm going to go in and get the wire pliers and see if I can't get the Christmas tree stand off of the Christmas tree. And if I can, then I'm going to burn what's left of the Christmas tree. Isn't that awful that I'm having to do that? I mean, why in the world did I wait so long? I'll just pull right up in here, out of the way. And that way, I'll be working on my Christmas tree stand. Okay. Go in and find my wire pliers and maybe some WD-40 or some kind of grease. I may have to use Crisco to get that thing off. I may have to grease it up good, hadn't I? Okay, y'all, I finally got that Christmas tree out of the stand. I had to get some vegetable oil and put on the screws to do it. Do y'all see that Christmas tree right there? Right there. Burning. I'm ashamed of myself for waiting this long, but I couldn't get it off that stand. So today when I got my wire pliers, I went out there and I said lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, and I lefty-loosed it and put it on the burn pile, and it's gone now. It is gone. It's hot out here today, y'all. I'm about through with what I'm going to be doing outside. Okay, y'all, let's close the door. Find my keys. And we're going to go park this truck. And we're through with the truck for today. I'm going to go in and fix me something cool to eat or drink or something. Get me a little energy back. Let's go park it in the backyard. That's what we'll do. Right up here in these shady woods. Get up here in the shade. Oh yes, get it in the woods. I'm gonna roll up my windows so spiders and snakes can't get in. Since I'm not gonna use this truck anymore today. All right, y'all for being with me today. I know that a lot of you would love to be out doing just what I'm doing and you're not able to do it. And so there's other things for you to do in the house, and you can write today, write thank you notes and letters and stuff to folks. You can call them and talk to them. You can do some reading of scripture. You can cook something good today. So there's a lot of things for us to do. Just because we can't do what somebody else is doing, it's just like I can't do surgery on brain people today, on brain surgery. And I can't take out your appendix, but I can do something. So I think we need to focus on something that was in my recipe book. It says, I'm just one, but I am one. And I can't do everything, but I can do something. And what I can do, I ought to do. And by the grace of God, I will do. Love y'all. Bye-bye.